These days, everyone is reading self-help books. Do you think they really help?
I think they do. Some books give people motivation to start new things.
Motivation. Like when someone feels ready to change a bad habit or try something different. That's motivation, right?
Yes, I know some people who read self-help and started to plan their day better.
And they feel more confident too, especially if they don't know where to begin.
If you read the right books, sometimes you can change your life in a good way, but
But some people read self-help and become a bit strange or maybe too sure about themselves.
yeah, they start thinking they know everything just because a book told them so.
Sometimes they tell everyone what to do and act like they have the answer for every problem.
Some even try to change their friends or family and get upset if people don't listen.
I wonder, is reading these books too much really good?
Maybe a little is fine, but if you follow every word, you can forget who you really are. And sometimes when people read self-help all the time, they forget about the world around them.
Right. Some people only think about working on themselves and never care about what's happening in their country.
I've seen friends who don't even know about important news, but can talk all day about success habits.
They think everything is just about one person, but real life is bigger than that.
Sometimes changing yourself isn't enough. We also need to see the big picture and care about others. Why don't we talk about the problems that can come from reading too much self-help?
Good idea. There are so many sides to this, not just good or bad.
Maybe we can look at some real examples and see what happens to people who follow these books all the time.
And we can share our own stories too. Sometimes talking about it helps us see things more clearly.
All right, let's do it. Where should we start?
Sometimes people read one book and think they know everything.
Yeah, they just repeat what the book says but never really understand it.
I've met people who use big quotes but can't explain what they really mean.
It's like they just want to sound smart, not to learn or think for themselves.
If we only follow other people's words, we forget how to ask our own questions.
Some people start to live by strict rules from books, like waking up at 5 a.m. every day.
Then they judge others who don't do the same.
They get upset when things don't go as planned, even with small problems.
Life needs a bit of fun and mistakes, not just rules.
If you're too strict, you can't enjoy the simple things anymore.
Some books say if you're poor, it's just because you don't believe enough.
That sounds nice, but it's not real life.
People start blaming others for their problems without seeing real reasons.
They forget about kindness and simple joys, like having tea with a friend or walking in the rain.
Not everything can be fixed just by thinking positive.
After reading some books, people start teaching everyone around them.
They might stop being friends with someone just because of bad energy.
Some even quit their jobs suddenly to follow their passion, without a plan.
That's not always smart. Changing too fast can make life harder.
It's better to find balance, not just do everything the books say.
The worst is when people only read self-help, nothing else.
They live in a circle, feel excited, then tired, then look for another book.
If you never read stories, science, or real news, your mind gets stuck.
You can even start to believe everything a book says without thinking twice.
We need to keep learning from many things, not just one type of book.
We've talked about so many sides of self-help. My head is almost spinning.
That's because you never stop to think, Will. If you read a bit more carefully, maybe your brain would be safer.
Don't blame self-help books for your overthinking, Jane. You're careful because you read too much and got brainwashed, right?
Careful is good. At least I don't go running into trouble like someone who thinks he's always right.
Running into trouble makes life more exciting. A little bit of chaos is good for the soul.
Sure, but if you take that too far, one day you'll forget your shoes, your wallet, and even your pants.
That's why I have friends like you to remind me, right?
Don't count on me to save you every time. Someday I'll just watch and laugh.
Fine, fine. You're careful, I'm carefree. Maybe that's why we don't get self-help sick like others.
Or maybe we're both just stubborn in our own way.
Either way, at least we can laugh about it.
That's true. Laughter is better than just reading 100 self-help books, right?
And sharing stories is the best therapy for free.
Therapy. That's when you do something that helps your mind feel better, like talking to a friend or just laughing together.
Yes, sometimes just a simple talk can help more than any book. That's real therapy for me.
Okay, now that we've laughed enough, let's really look at how self-help affects people.
Agreed. Let's see what we can learn from all those books, and maybe even from our own mistakes. To be fair, I think self-help books have some good points. After reading, I feel like I can do anything for a few days.
It's true. Many people quit bad habits because of those books, like waking up early or eating better.
But you never have trouble waking up, Jane. Are you secretly reading self-help under your pillow?
If reading keeps me from turning into a sleepy bear, I'll take it.
I have to say, self-help makes me feel a bit more confident, especially when life gets confusing.
I agree. There's even research showing these books help people feel less stressed, like the world isn't so scary. But hey, don't get too confident and think reading books will make your whole life perfect, Will. Will, do you notice some people read too many self-help books and end up feeling worse?
Yeah, they start with big dreams, but later feel tired and a bit lost.
I think the problem is expectation.
Expectation. Like hoping everything in life will change just by reading a few books?
Exactly. When those expectations are too high, it's easy to feel disappointed if things don't work out.
That's true. I once thought reading would turn me into a millionaire overnight. Spoiler, I'm still waiting.
Maybe you should lower your expectations, or at least read the fine print.
If I ever become rich from self-help, I'll buy you coffee for a year. But don't expect too much. Hey, have you ever noticed self-help books make you feel good for a while, but then everything goes back to normal?
That's the placebo effect.
Placebo effect. So it's like getting a little hope or happiness from reading, even if nothing really changes in life.
Exactly. There's research showing this effect doesn't last long. People feel positive at first, but without real action, it fades fast.
Some people just keep reading and repeating positive things, but nothing in their life really improves.
Even worse, a 2015 study said people who read lots of growth books can actually feel more stress. Their cortisol, stress hormone, goes up.
Wow! So too much self-help can make you worry more? I thought it was supposed to help.
It can help, but only if you also connect with people and really act. Books can't fix everything by themselves.
And when nothing gets better, some people just blame their boss, their job, or even the weather.
That's the defense mechanism.
Defense mechanism means it's easier to blame someone or something else instead of facing your own mistakes.
Right. But if we just use that trick, we'll get stuck and feel even worse.
Maybe that's why you never let me blame my alarm clock when I'm late.
Exactly. Next time, try getting up when the alarm rings, not when the book says believe in yourself.
Hey, have you noticed self-help books always have big promises on the cover, like change your life in 7 days?
Yes, and the pictures inside are always so happy and full of energy.
People see that and feel excited. But sometimes the messages are just too simple, like just think positive.
The problem is, most people don't check if the advice really works.
And on social media, it's even crazier. One day there's a new quote. Next day, a new life challenge.
That's how the endless consumption cycle starts.
Endless consumption cycle. So people keep buying new books, trying new classes, always hoping for a magic answer.
Yes, they finish one book, then see an ad for another course and buy that too.
In the end, their wallet gets lighter, but their life doesn't change much.
Sometimes the best advice is just keep things simple. I read that simple self-study guides help more than flashy videos.
But simple things don't sell as fast as 7 secrets to success.
That's why people get stuck in the endless consumption cycle, always buying, always searching, but never really using what they learn.
Maybe next time, before buying a new book, I should ask myself, do I really need it, or am I just joining the cycle?
Or you can just wait 3 days. If you still want the book after that, maybe it's really useful.
Ha! Knowing me, I'll probably forget about it in 1 day.
See? That's proof we don't really need most of those magic books. Sometimes self-help messages spread so fast because they sound simple and positive, you know?
True. But do you notice how these messages always put all the pressure on one person? Like, if you work hard enough, you'll succeed.
Yeah, it's like they forget that things like money, family, or even your country can really change your chances. So, if someone fails, they might blame themselves, not thinking maybe life is just unfair sometimes.
Even some leaders always talk about personal responsibility, like everyone can change their own life without help. But actually, many people do pick and choose what works for them from self-help books. They use it like a personal guide, not a rule for everyone.
I guess self-help is only useful if you remember your real life and keep an open mind.
So Jane, after all our talk, how can we actually use self-help books without messing up?
First rule, don't grab every book just because it has a shiny cover. I know you love Top 10 Secrets to Wake Up Rich.
That's why we need a cold head.
Cold head. So it's like staying calm and not believing every big promise, right?
Exactly. And if something in a book doesn't work for you, it's okay to let it go and try what fits you best.